Hey, good morning, guys. So I'm not sure how often I'm going to be posting. Right now I'm going to shoot for once a week, maybe twice a week. So if you clicked on this video, or if you're watching this, it's because you saw the title of my post, and it is "What is keeping you stuck in pornography addiction?" And I wanted to address this because I've had a lot of people reach out to me since I've started just making videos and sharing my story, posting videos, things like that. And a lot of people from all over the place are reaching out, and they're wanting to know how they can overcome their porn addiction. And by the way, I just want to make a quick note. Came to the park this morning. Sun's just about to crest over the hill here, getting a couple miles under my feet. I hate running, by the way. Can I tell you that? I really, really hate running. But I do it because it's healthy, and I do it because it keeps you mentally sound, fit, and strong. Anyway, so a couple of my buddies have reached out to me. I was out of town the last couple days, and when I got back in town, I had a lot of messages from people. Text messages, Facebook messages, people wanting to know how to get out. And as I began to talk with people and share, I recognized that there's a common theme. Now, there's a lot of things we can go through that are keeping you stuck in addiction, but the common thread that I find when I'm talking with people is simply that they put too much emphasis on their history, too much emphasis on what they've tried before. Well, Jake, I've tried all these things, and history tells me that I'm just going to go back. If we live our life always citing history, then we're never going to be able to live right here and right now. People who tell me these things will also be the first people to say that, oh, if you did well, if you did bad on that test, you can always try again. Oh, if this didn't work out for you, there's always another opportunity. There's always another chance. But when it comes to a lifelong addiction that so many people are struggling with, disparity just takes over, and they can't see the light. They can't see the opportunity that they have to really live in freedom, to experience a lasting change. So the thing that really got me rolling was just the simple concept that this was just something different. That this program is just different than anything else I had tried before. And so, with a big leap of faith, and it takes faith, I decided to jump in. And now I am enjoying life as a free man, free from pornography. Again, not just sober, not just good days or good weeks. We're talking real freedom, where there's not this constant internal struggle, where you're constantly battling triggers and you're constantly trying to get out of this grasp that always has you going back. I remember so often, and again, this is just me being me. This is my story. This is my experience. You may not agree. Your experience may be different, and that's fine. And I also recognize once again that everything I say is not going to be the most correct or the most right, or science says differently. To be honest, guys, I don't care. I really don't care about what science says, about what doctors say, about what the brain chemistry is. I don't care about any of that, because I believed all of that, and I was stuck. Really stuck. And I let go of all these notions, this idea that I have to go 90 days before my brain starts to reset itself. I could hardly go 9 days. You expect me to go 90? That's a very self-defeating position, to recognize that the progress that I need to make in order to make real progress, the 90-day progress I need to make in order to really find freedom, I could never do that. I could never hardly go. I think post-mission I went 90 days like once. So a lot of it, again, it goes back to, do you believe in right now? Do you believe that this day could be different? That this time could be different? And if you don't really believe that in your core, if you're not willing to muster that energy and that faith one last time to give this a real honest effort, I'm sorry guys, but you'll just remain stuck forever. It wasn't until I let go of all these religious and social pressures, these identities that I was supposed to be living up to, and just started living true to who Jake was, and decided to adopt some practices and some ideas that I'd never had realized before. Simple stuff. Really simple stuff. My relationship with God has grown immensely. I mean, in a way that I never could have guessed before. And you know, I brought this up in one of my other videos, and I just wanted to share this in closing. To have been where I was, to have been as stuck as I was, to now be where I'm at and not share my story, I believe is doing a massive disservice. A big disservice to people who were once stuck like me. So my invitation is pretty simple. I'm here simply sharing my story. I'm here simply sharing my experience with you. If you want to know more, reach out. If you have questions, ask. I'm here. My only goal is to help people experience the freedom that I'm now enjoying. That's one of my favorite phrases, and I say it all the time. But you have to be willing to really try. You have to be willing to let go of everything you thought you knew of what your addiction said you were. You have to let go of everything science said, that you were going to be stuck unless you could go this amount of time, or that all these neurochemicals are being fired in a way that let all that go. Let it all go and trust in this process. Because the only thing that really matters for me is that I'm now living in freedom. And if the method to get there is somehow drastically different than everyone is saying, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. Because people who have all these ideas in their head about how they're supposed to get over it and what, they're still stuck. And I'm not. And I'm not going to make excuses for that. I'm not going to apologize for this new life that I have found, for this opportunity to live in real freedom. So give it some thought. What's keeping you stuck? It's probably that you're trying the same old things and you're not willing to let go of the past. Today can be different. This time, right now, here and now, is different than before. Are you willing to trust in that, and are you willing to give it a shot? If you are, the process works every time. I have never associated with more people that have found real freedom. Never associated with individuals that are walking in like a real new life. 2 Corinthians in the New Testament talks about how we become new creatures. And I love that. It's just a new being. Whether you're religious or not, this program works. But for me, as a religious individual, as a Christian, I have found great strength in recognizing that the overarching power and influence to make all these things possible is through Jesus Christ. And that's just me. If you're watching this and you're not a believer and you're still stuck, that's fine too, because the program works just as well for you as it does for the most religious individual. But it all comes down to the same thing. Are you willing to let go of the past and start enrolling yourself in a new future? All right? It is a beautiful day. It rained a little bit last night, so it's so nice, it's so fresh. I'm gonna get back to my run. You guys keep the faith. Please feel free to share this video. And once more, remember that real hope, real change, real lasting freedom out of pornography addiction is totally possible, because I'm doing it every day now, and it's incredible. And I simply want to share my story with those of you who may also be stuck, who may also not know where to turn and are looking for help. Keep the faith and have a great day.